All right. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are we doing today?
I'm cold.
Another cold, damp, rainy, crappy day here in California.
It's been snowing for the last week here,
yes.
people, so
I
don't...
was back in Sweden for a minute.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying we're a bunch of whiners because it's not actually that cold. When it's snowing, it's cold.
Yeah.
So, anyway, go ahead.
So today I guess we can, we don't want to work on the floor. It's too cold to do the seam stuff. Every time we get buried with the cold weather.
Yep.
So we thought we'd work on this guy. Eric's plan is to cut this down a little bit and put it on the cover here, and then put the little small speakers over here to kind of cover up the stuff.
Yeah.
So we kind of cut, mold, and do what we got to do here.
Yep.
Bend it down.
It'll
look good.
We'll put it in the car and show you guys what we're talking about.
Yep.
All right, so I'll try and give you an idea of what we're up against here. So this guy, you can see, is hitting the top of the dash here. This is as far down as I can push it there. You can see right there, that's the mounting hole that it needs to get to, and you can see how far off that is. So it's got to come down quite a ways. This thing is supposed to go here on this side of the dash, which, you know, a good quarter of an inch off there. That's good light there. So I really don't have a good answer here. I think the only real good answer is to cut the dash to get this to fit in there. Because we can cut this and get it to slide down, but then it's going to be sitting on top of the dash here, and it's not supposed to be on top of the dash. We'll ponder it for a little while here. All right, after deliberation, I don't see a better way to do this than to cut the dash, because even if we cut that metal post, it's too high here. You can see how high the dash is here. So we could maybe squeeze this corner down, but this whole area is just too high. The other side of the car, the A-pillar post slides down next to the dash here, not sitting on top of the dash. So we're going to try a couple of different methods here, try a hot knife or something, see how it cuts through this stuff. We'll just kind of go at it here a little bit and see what we get. Well, what happened is what I was afraid was going to happen. Was we marked this line, laid everything out, and then I cut about that far away from the line, and it still, once it got in there, and it all fell into the right place, and I ended up with this big gap right here, but that's not the end of the world. At some point, we're probably going to fiberglass these things to put the speaker pods and stuff in, and at that point, we can address this if we want to, but I'm not terribly upset with this. I think it's fine. The top edge there is not great, but the dash just doesn't fit very well up there, so if I can focus on it, you can see under there. So if we can find a way to get this thing to sit down a little bit, that'll help, but this piece is in now, so that's good. Not the prettiest thing, but worked fine. And we tried using a hot knife to cut it. That didn't really work, and then we used just the air saw with the little fine blade on it and cut through there very fine, but that sucks that ended up being like that. But it's okay. It all fits now, so good times, huh?
So you want something pretty?
Yeah, that's pretty. It's not so much, but anyway, this thing fits now. And then I went out and grabbed the trim piece that goes here and realized it was all cracked. So I have to find the trim pieces that go up here now, because the ones I have are no good, which sucks. But that's good. Let me show you what we're going to do with the tweeters. So anyway, like I said, someday we might come in here and put some fiberglassed in pod type stuff, but for now we're just going to use the little adapters that came with the speakers. So we're going to stick these up here somewhere, figure out exactly where. They might fit down in that little corner there. Could put them way down here and cover up the... Actually, that's not a bad idea. Can stick them down there, and that covers up the...
Good idea.
The debauchery that I made into the dash. Oh, that's actually not bad. Might do that.
You can say you did it on purpose.
No one will know.
Nope.
Well, actually, one of the things I was concerned about is having this up here Sorry, having this up here and trying to figure out where to put the mounting holes and stuff, but that's not a bad spot right there. Keeps it out of view. Yeah, I think we'll do that. That looks like a good spot. Okay, so there you go. Just don't even have any nuts on there, and that's in pretty strong. So that's going to sit like that. The tweeter goes in there. If anyone has any idea how to reproduce this finish here, we might end up wrapping this in vinyl. We might want to paint it. This we're going to wrap in vinyl, but, well, maybe. So if there's a, you know, like a hammer paint or something that goes on like this, and then we can just spray this, but if not, we may end up just wrapping all this in leather. But let me know what you think. All right, so there you can see how that turned out. So it hides what's going on back here pretty well. You can sort of see it from this angle, but you can't see the cuts really unless you get down here. So that'll work. And I have that one over there. You can see that one hiding in the corner there. That one was, I tried to line them up the same way, but the dash is so far over that way that it messed up that one in that corner, so they don't really match, but close enough. All right, so give you an idea of what that looks like. So the big holes where the wires go through, and then these things just go boop, right on there. And I get some little M4s to hold those in place. So that's basically that. So we just need to refinish these, do whatever it is we're going to do with these. Could wrap them in vinyl or paint them or what, I don't know. So let me know what you guys think about the best way to refinish these. As Pop said, you know, if we sand this down or strip it, is that finish left on there, or is that going to come off if we try and strip it? Because it's all chipped up in places, so I'm not sure we can paint it without it looking terrible. It already looks pretty bad, so another coat of paint isn't going to make it look better. Let me know what you think. And then I was going to say next time if it warms up, but next time it's going to be colder than it is today.
Yeah.
At least if the forecast holds. So that's no good.
What can we do?
I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever. All right. Have a good week,
Hello.
sir. And I'll catch you on the next one.
Okay.